Oh, look at the bottom right here.
No way! What? No, chat, there's actually mold. That's 100% mold. I'm so sorry. Oh no, do you see it right there? Do you see it? Sealed and it's molded. What is this? I'm not lying, dude. Don't open it yet, don't open it yet. That is 100% mold. No way, dude.
MrBeast is in trouble again, and this time, the controversies seem to be stacking up like never before. With one headline after another, it seems like the king of YouTube might finally be facing the fallout of expanding his empire too quickly. This latest wave of backlash involves two of his newest projects: the highly anticipated Amazon Prime game show, Beast Games, and his food product, Lunchy, which is causing quite a stir online. So, let's dive into the details, break down the backlash, and unpack what all of this might mean for MrBeast's brand, and maybe even the entire YouTube creator community. First up, let's talk about Beast Games, MrBeast's attempt to prove that YouTubers can produce big-budget entertainment that competes with traditional Hollywood productions.
Of course, my pride's on the line, because obviously if this show doesn't do well, then it's like, oh, he's just, a YouTuber. He can't. Yeah, but it's not even just me, it's also other creators. Like, it's, I take it very serious. This is why I'm putting so much effort and energy into it, because like, if this flops, then people are gonna be like, yeah, YouTubers aren't capable of, making it on streaming platforms. And I recognize it could either have a massive positive effect, and that every streaming platform is gonna be throwing deals left and right at creators, or a negative effect, and people are gonna go, if Jimmy couldn't make a hit show, what makes you think you can? And like, that is one of my biggest fears, is the inverse, which is why I'm not gonna let that happen.
Imagine the pitch: a massive competition show backed by Amazon Prime, supposedly the largest of its kind in TV history. We're talking about 1,000 contestants, a jaw-dropping cash prize, and more cameras than a music awards show. With a setup this impressive, it was supposed to be the show that could make MrBeast the face of digital creators crossing over into mainstream entertainment. But here's the catch: the bigger the project, the bigger the chance for things to go wrong. According to contestants and crew members, the reality of Beast Games was far from glamorous. Reports are coming in about chaotic production management, questionable sanitation, and contestants who felt unprotected and underappreciated. And for anyone who's familiar with the rigorous safety standards of Hollywood, these accounts are eye-opening, to say the least. But the most alarming detail? The restroom situation. Let's set the scene. Beast Games was filmed with hundreds, even thousands of people gathered for long, intense shooting sessions. Now, any production of this size should have a solid plan for restrooms and basic necessities. But in the case of Beast Games, contestants say those details were severely overlooked. Meet Kara, a contestant wrangler, a behind-the-scenes support worker whose job was to keep the chaos of the production in check and ensure everything ran smoothly. On the third day of filming, however, Kara found herself facing an unexpected and unpleasant challenge. A contestant approached her, clutching a sleeping bag that was, unfortunately, covered in human waste. Apparently, the portable restrooms, already strained by the sheer volume of people on set, had reached their limit and overflowed, creating an unsanitary situation for anyone nearby. Unfortunately, this particular contestant had set up their sleeping area a little too close, unknowingly positioning themselves right in the line of fire. By the third day of filming, the lack of restroom maintenance had created a serious hygiene issue, turning what should have been a high-energy production environment into something far less comfortable and far more chaotic. This incident alone highlighted just how unprepared the production team was in handling even the most basic needs, raising questions about the level of planning and consideration that went into managing a project of this scale. What happened? This poor contestant had set up their sleeping area near one of the portable restrooms positioned on the stadium field, only to wake up and discover that it had overflowed during the night. So that porta-potty obviously overflowed, Kara explained, adding that the portable restrooms had only been emptied once during the entire production. Now, this is more than just an inconvenience. It's a major red flag for a project of this scale. But the story doesn't end there. When another wrangler was asked by a producer to clean up the mess, they rightfully hesitated. And what did the producer say? A firm threat: clean it up or lose the job. According to Kara, this poor worker wasn't given any gloves, no cleaning supplies, no training, nothing. Just a ridiculous order to jump in and deal with, well, literal human waste. Imagine showing up to what's supposed to be this big, fancy production, expecting things to run smoothly, and then suddenly you're on a wild goose chase just to find a pair of gloves to keep things sanitary. Seriously? For a project with such a big budget, you'd think they'd at least cover the basics. This one incident was enough for everyone to start questioning. If they couldn't even handle restroom maintenance, what else did they totally overlook? Let's just say the planning here had some major holes, and it shows just how messy things can get when ambition doesn't meet common sense. If that sounds chaotic, Just wait. Here's where things get downright ironic. Earlier this year, MrBeast went all in on the idea that Beast Games was his golden chance to prove that YouTubers could absolutely handle the pressures and expectations of a Hollywood-level production. This was supposed to be more than just a big-budget YouTube video. It was meant to be his way of stepping up and showing the entertainment industry that digital creators were every bit as capable as traditional Hollywood producers. He even openly admitted that if the show didn't go well, it could set back the entire YouTube community, reinforcing the stereotype that YouTubers aren't professional enough for the big leagues. So with all of that in mind, you'd think every detail would have been planned to perfection, right? Instead, what we got was a production that, by all reports, was full of cracks in the foundation. From overflowing restrooms to staff left scrambling for basic supplies.
We broke over 40 world records while filming Beast Games. It's my Amazon show dropping later this year. Yeah. Most contestants of any game show in history. Largest cash prize of any game show in history. Most cameras recording simultaneously of any production in history. I can go on and on. I mean, if there's a world record for game shows, we broke it. And we even broke a lot of stuff that have nothing to do with game shows. It is, I really need Amazon to tell me what I can or can't say. I wish I could run you through the things we shot. It is literally going to blow your mind. It is 10 episodes, and every episode literally makes my YouTube videos look like child's play. Like they're just...
Because I know you had $100 million budget, but I also know...
Well, that's not... You don't know I had $100 million.
Well,
I've never said I had $100 million.
Yeah, but
that's what the headline said.
But you spent way more.
But yes, I also spent way more than $100 million. I somehow got one of the largest unscripted deals in history and then managed to lose tens of millions of dollars filming.
It's almost as if the project's massive ambition ended up outshining the necessary groundwork. It raises the question, was the focus more on creating a spectacle and breaking records than on making sure everyone on set had what they needed? It's a little surprising, no, downright baffling, that the basics weren't covered on a project that was supposed to be MrBeast's big Hollywood debut. Instead of setting a new standard for digital creators, the lack of organization and planning may have done the opposite, casting doubt on whether creators like him are ready to take on such ambitious, large-scale projects. It's as if the ambition was all there, bold and bright, but the follow-through? Well, let's just say it didn't quite live up to the hype. And it seems mainstream media isn't letting Beast Games off the hook. NBC recently dropped an article that hits right where it hurts, calling MrBeast's production a prime example of the growing pains that come with YouTuber-led shows. According to NBC, digital productions often skip out on the structure and safety standards that are automatic in Hollywood. And, well, Beast Games might just be proving that point. For creators who've been trying to shake the whole just a YouTuber label, this kind of critique stings. But this time, it seems pretty valid. Beast Games apparently had some serious issues with working conditions. So much so that at least 5 contestants filed a class action lawsuit. The claim? They say they were shamelessly exploited on set. While MrBeast's reps haven't directly commented, they did say the production team is taking steps to learn from this experience. Sounds a bit like, oops, our bad, if you ask me. But believe it or not, Beast Games isn't the only controversy MrBeast is facing right now. Let's turn to Lunchy, his new snack product created in collaboration with KSI and Logan Paul. It was supposed to be a super fun, kid-friendly snack option, something that could sit right beside Lunchables on the shelves. But it's turning out to be famous for a whole different reason: mold. The mold scandal started when YouTuber Rosanna Pansino posted a video on Twitter showing a Lunchy package with some seriously questionable green fuzz growing inside. And here's the kicker: the product was still well within its expiration date, with more than a month left.
All right, so let's open these up.
Is that the not version? Is that one?
These are molded. These are, okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. They're supposed to be good, it says used by December 8th, 2024, and they're...
Today's date, say October 16th.
Okay, and today's date is October...
16th.
Yeah, and today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. And right when I was opening these, because I thought, let's not just put them on the plate, let's like put all the food on the plate just to see what they look like. I'm opening this and this is molded. Like that's mold. That's mold. You guys, this is... I was shooting a video comparing Lunchly to Lunchables, and I opened the first package, which was supposed to be good until December 8th, 2024, and we just got this one. This was fresh from the store this morning, and there is a ton of mold in there. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I was thinking that, you know, maybe they would taste pretty similar, just, not have that best or better for you ingredients. And I was going to go over nutritional facts and things, but this is really concerning. So I just am pausing from filming just to take a little break to show this. And I have a fork. Denise, is this okay if I use this? Yeah. Okay. I have a fork and I'm just going to dig into it just to see. Oh, yeah. Okay. That is a ton of mold. This is really dangerous.
Pansino had originally planned to compare Lunchy to Lunchables, showing which was the better choice. But after finding mold, she immediately warned her fans to steer clear, especially since Lunchy is marketed directly to kids. And let's be real, no parent wants to open up what's supposed to be a fun snack only to find a fuzzy surprise inside. Food safety is no joke, and children are particularly vulnerable to food-related health issues, so it's not hard to see why parents and fans freaked out. Mold in a product targeted at kids? That's a PR nightmare. Pansino's video went viral, racking up millions of views and sparking waves of negative reactions. People are now questioning how well Lunchy was tested before hitting the shelves, and many fans are calling on MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul to explain just what went wrong. And while Lunchy may have been designed as a cool alternative to other kid snacks, it's quickly earning a reputation for being, let's just say, a little too fresh in the wrong way. As if the mold wasn't bad enough, the video went viral, racking up over 6 million views and sparking a flood of negative comments. Fans and parents alike were horrified, especially considering the target audience for Lunchy. When it comes to kids, parents expect food product to meet strict quality standards, and understandably so. People began to wonder, how did this even happen? How does a product meant for children end up with mold in the package? In response to the backlash, MrBeast's team quickly stepped in with a statement in Newsweek, saying that Lunchy goes through a strict review process before it hits the shelves. They claimed, all Lunchy products go through a stringent review process to ensure quality and safety. This process includes multiple inspections and approvals, including by the USDA.
Lunchy is being discontinued for the most obvious f***ing reason. It's the mold in the goddamn cheese. The reason Lunchable doesn't use like 100% real cheese is because they know that from a shipment to from production to shipment to goddamn buying it, it's not always gonna be a crisp of 54 degrees. Sometimes you need preservatives in food to make sure that it's safe to consume or, preserved. I just don't know what they thought about. Not a single one of them. Like, he has a candy bar company. And they both make drinks. Not a single one of them at a meeting was like, hey, I know that real cheese is like a real good thing to say, great advertisement and everything, but there might be a slight chance of mold. It's just kind of crazy that they did not think about that.
The story didn't end there. In response to Rosanna Pansino's video, they allegedly made a dismissive comment, telling people to consider the source. This seemed to imply that Pansino's claims weren't trustworthy, a move that did not sit well with her followers or the general public. And here's where things take a strange turn. KSI and Logan Paul, MrBeast's partners in the Lunchy venture, reportedly made jokes about the moldy cheese on their podcast, laughing it off and saying things like, yeah, I like my cheese moldy, bro.
I like my cheese moldy, bro.
Yo!
While they might have thought it was all in good fun, this response has only fueled the criticism. Parents were not pleased, to say the least. Imagine selling a product targeted at children and then publicly laughing about its safety concerns. Many people saw this as a sign that they were more focused on making money than ensuring their product was actually safe for kids to eat. As the controversy around Lunchy grew, some people started to wonder if the mold issue was just the tip of the iceberg. There were rumors that Lunchy might contain other harmful substances, like traces of metal or even lead. Logan Paul responded to these claims by tweeting a video showing Lunchy packages going through a metal detector, claiming that all meals are carefully inspected, but this too only led to more skepticism. Twitter users were quick to point out that small amounts of lead, which can still be harmful, wouldn't even show up on a standard metal detector. In fact, Twitter's community notes stepped in to clarify that the machine shown in Logan's video, known as the Loma X5, doesn't actually detect lead at all, so the video appeared more like a public relations move than an actual solution to concerns about lead in the product. As if things couldn't get any worse, TMZ reported that the FDA is now investigating Lunchy due to a number of consumer complaints, with at least one report mentioning a possible illness linked to the snack. The FDA is currently reviewing these complaints and has said they may issue an advisory to protect public health if necessary.
I like my cheese moldy, bruh, is what people are saying as they find more mold in Lunchleys. And I know what you're gonna say, they use real cheese. Well, maybe there's a reason that Lunchables doesn't. Lunchly is being discontinued. Several stores all around the US are showing that Lunchly is being discontinued and you cannot order it anymore. So Lunchly didn't last very long, but you know, we can always have Lunchables.
All right, this is the best one yet. According to ex-users, various retail stores have recalled Lunchly products due to FDA's concerns. The sign in the tweet reads, due to public health concerns, the FDA has recalled Lunchly products. We will restock as soon as deemed fit for consumption and ship through our warehouses.
But that's so weird because FDA recalls are public by law. And as you can see, Lunchly is not on the FDA recall list. So hold up, that means that this sign is fake. Somebody typed up and printed out a 100% lie about Lunchly being recalled, taped it to the fridge, then a picture of it was taken by someone else and posted on social media as if it were real. Community notes, where you at?
Anyway, I had my forensics team look into it, and they were able to find the exact location where this allegedly took place by photo matching the tweet with the gray door handle and the sales labels. Then we cross-referenced it with the locations that we distribute to. It's a Fred Meyer, and I had someone go there. Boom, exact match. Same door handle, same tag, same products even, but hold on, where is the FDA recall sign? Also, we can see the sales data. After Lunchly was recalled, it wasn't, but after that sign was posted, we continued to sell out all of the Lunchleys that hit the shelves in that store. So who put that fake sign up? Turns out it was an employee named who said this when we confronted him, and I quote, that was like kind of rumorized, I guess, through around here, but we had seen a posting about that, but I was the one who had written that, but since we got Lunchly back, it's been taken down. When it comes down to the actual, like, I guess, accountability of it, it was a rumor that was up in the air. Since we had heard that the FDA whole thing was kaput, we took it down. Yeah, it was more of like it wasn't like a anyway. Hater or dumbass? I don't know, maybe both. Oh, and I also saw this video.
As of right now, it is believed that all of the Lunchleys are being discontinued in various stores.
Yeah, that's also not true. Turkey Stack'ems are not discontinued. Stores are selling them as we speak, and they're also still on Kroger's website, which would be crazy for an item that's discontinued. Hey, and look, I know some people are driving up to 130 miles just to find Lunchleys, but please be patient as we try to ramp up production to meet the demand. But it's just crazy to me that we're a $4 lunch kit, and in the first 4 weeks, our headquarters had a bomb threat. The FBI has identified the individual. He's based in London, which is crazy because we don't even distribute there. A fabricated FDA recall that never happened. An attention-hungry little clout goblin who has made it her entire identity to speak negatively on all things MrBeast. And we'd love to think this is all just a coincidence, but it's a nah. We call him cap. The fact is, the USDA inspects every finished food lot and approves it before even leaving our facility. And yes, it's possible that issues happen in transit, like a seal breaking or at the store level with rough handling. But just like any produce you buy, problems can arise, and our retail partners are great. They'll offer a full refund, and we are happy to assist anyone at any time if you email our customer service. But at the end of the day, the product speaks for itself. In our first 5 weeks in Kroger, we've already outsold Lunchables and comparable SKUs that also sell drinks inside. We're going to keep innovating and improving our product as we attempt to disrupt this archaic industry that's been run by the same corporate giants for the past 120 years. It is a new era, and the ops are going to have to try harder.
Zooming out, we have to ask, what does all of this mean for MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI? These incidents are more than just bumps in the road. They reveal real problems with quality control, and they highlight questions about responsibility in influencer-driven brands. When a product like Lunchy has issues like mold, it doesn't just affect MrBeast's reputation, it also impacts the credibility of all YouTubers trying to make a mark in the mainstream. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Let me know in the comments what you all think about this whole situation. As for me, I can tell you one thing. I'm definitely not letting my kids anywhere near a product with mold in it. What about you?